Τώρα, μιλώντας στον SKAI και τη Μαρία Τσιλινίκο, ο Μάρκ Πιερίνι, αναλυτής του Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, εξηγεί πως οι εκλογές στην Τουρκία έχουν παίξει καταλυτικό ρόλο στην εμπριστική ρητορική που χρησιμοποιεί ο Ερντογάν. Δεν πιστεύει ότι επικεντρώνει μόνο στην Ελλάδα, θα το δούμε, και εκτιμά πως ακολουθεί τη στρατηγική του Βλαντιμίρ Πούτιν.
Tayyip Erdogan, in the context of his continuous inflammatory statements against Greece and its sovereignty over the Greek islands, is now involving the USA. He reached the point of demarching both Greece and the USA for the use of American weaponry on our islands. What is your opinion?
Turkish narrative about islands and borders with Greece is not new. It's been going on for several decades. It is just higher now because of elections next year. So it's part of the political game, political necessities, strategy, if you want. One foot in NATO, one foot with Russia. It's a much bigger game than just Turkey trying to have a sort of disruptive narrative with Greece, with Cyprus, or with Syria. It is basically a Russian strategy.
The Turkish president, despite the constant statements of the USA and the EU about not challenging the sovereignty of Greece, continues the escalation. Can you comment on this?
I call that ramping up the nationalist narrative. That's what it is. And we've seen that several times of us, the EU and Greece in particular, is doing what the Greek Prime Minister did at the UN General Assembly. We're not your enemies, we're neighbors, and dialogue is the only way forward. And Greece, on that count, will, I think, always have the EU and NATO behind it.
For example, he described Greece as a puppet of the US and the EU, which will not come to our aid if needed.
Turkey has elections, but Turkey doesn't have international law on this side, on its side. On this issue. So I don't see what this kind of narrative brings to Turkey other than on the domestic scene.
Do you think that Erdogan's provocative policy towards Greece has only to do with the issues of internal Turkish politics, or does it also concern Turkey's expansion strategy and revisionism?
The legal or political basis of these claims on Greek islands is originating in a very small part of the Turkish military or political establishment. Turkish president is not in a very good shape in opinion polls right now, so he's trying to rally people, nationalist people, around the flag. Do you think Turkey can afford to plant a flag on a rock on Greek territory? No, they can't. It doesn't make any sense. It would run against Turkey's interest